Hey guys, it's Juanita Coley here, the CEO and founder of Solid Rock Consulting. And we are here at CCW Vegas, and I am hosting Five9 Live. And I am here with the amazing, the epic Ryan of Assembled. Ryan, thank you so much. I know it's a lot happening, and you could be anywhere here at CCW and decided to come over and talk to me. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So before I hop into, so this is our partner series, right,
Yep.
that I'm going to be diving into. So before I dive into these rapid fire questions, can you tell the audience a little bit more about your day-to-day role and what it looks like for you over at Assembled?
Sure. Yeah, so I'm Ryan. I'm co-founder and CEO at Assembled. We're the modern support operations platform. So we do workforce management, we do AI agents, we do AI Copilot. We're with some of the biggest companies in the world. So Salesforce, DoorDash, Sephora, Ashley Furniture, a wide range of companies at different parts of their scaling journey. We're here just really excited. We've been long-term partners with Five9. We just announced at the beginning of this year a reseller partnership.
Yeah.
And so it's easier than ever to get Assembled through Five9.
I absolutely love that. So Ryan, customers are evolving, their expectations are evolving, and so their expectations are really high. What are some of the challenges that you're seeing right now? What are customers asking for right now?
Yeah. It's funny, I was just talking to one of our biggest customers, 20,000 people in their contact center, and they were talking to a friend of theirs that they'd bumped into and said, there's this thing that's like changing everything in our contact center and that we're having to reorient everything around. And they said, is it a two-letter word? I said, absolutely, right? I think everybody's trying to figure out AI. Some people are, have deployed it and are trying to figure out, okay, great, we've got, all this resolution, stuff going to AI agents, but we're still seeing work that's going to people, going to humans,
Yes.
and that hasn't gone away, and we're being asked to do more with less, so how do we do that? Some people are earlier on in their journey, they're saying, well, we're hearing about all this great outcomes that are happening, 80% resolution, and how do we get on that? And we've got to get through security, and we got to figure out integrations, and our knowledge is a mess. And so regardless of what point in the journey you're on, all of our customers are trying to figure out, how do we adopt AI into our workflows? And I think the core answer from even a year ago, 2 years ago, is it's not magic, right? The outcomes aren't magic. Like, it's not going to make everything go away. And then getting there is not magic. It's not just like turn it on. So that's the biggest challenge that we're hearing from all across the customer base.
What are some of the outcomes that you see that's possible when you look at a partnership like Five9 and Assemble?
I think whether you're talking about AI agents or whether you're talking about workforce management or everything in between, it's the demos look great. The outcomes sound amazing. But the thing has actually got to work. And especially what we found with workforce management integrating with Five9, we've got 20 years of history of, really cool forecasting algorithms or really cool schedule optimization algorithms. And none of that really works if the data doesn't work. So it's super, super boring. But, even we've spent the most time on our settings page and working with Five9, the most time on the specific API fields that come in on how you handle abandonment, right? So it's just like, all these kind of nuances and details, you want to go make everything get automated. And in order to do that, you've got to have the data right.
Now, Ryan, you speak in my language, okay? Because I know you say it's boring, right? But I'm a workforce geek. I know you may not know that, right? But I am a workforce nerd. And so I understand the importance and can appreciate the importance of getting the data layer correct, right? So when I think about the outcomes of a Five9 and Assemble partnership, especially when you're thinking about workforce, that data layer and making sure that, again, you say you spend a lot of times on the settings, making sure that that data and that information comes over. What is it? How do we count abandoned? And what does that actually look like? And what does that mean? That is insanely important when we're thinking about actually driving to successful outcomes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So my third question for you is around AI, right? So we can't have a conversation today without talking about AI. So when we think about AI and what's next, what are you really excited about, like innovation-wise, from an Assemble perspective?
We just did a launch called Agentic Workforce Management on top of our MCP server. And that's a lot of acronyms. You should get used to, hearing these types of acronyms. When we break apart agentic, all it really means is that there's an AI agent doing work for you. And what we found in workforce management, people already had this insight a long time ago. We don't want our analysts, to be doing busy work, to be collecting data, to be messing around in spreadsheets. We want them to be strategic. We want them to be proactive. And even just the classic example of, a WFM report at the beginning, just like, why do we miss service level? And at the beginning of the week, you put together this report, and then, your executive probably has some questions. Well, what about this? And what about that? And can you double click into this queue? And then it takes a lot of time to sift through this data and to put together that narrative. And with AI, what we found and with Assembled's MCP is that they'll just kind of hand the data over to Claude or to ChatGPT or to Gemini or to Copilot, whatever your LLM is of choice. And then, it's constructing the report, it's answering all these follow-up questions. You can customize it to however you want the reports to look. And then you've got your analysts doing the proactive work that you want them to be doing.
I was recently sitting with a customer and we were looking at exactly that, right? We were looking at how instead of the RTAs, they're real-time analysts spending time trying to get to the data and make the data make sense. They were able to just feed it in and say, now tell me what this means, right?
Totally.
So now they can spend their time not putting together data and figuring out if the data is actually correct or not. We're now driving business decisions, which is what data should be really doing, providing insights so that we can drive to business decisions, right? Quicker, faster, and providing the customer ultimately with value and impact.
Yeah.
So one of the questions I want to ask you, as a partner of Five9, what would you categorize as a distinguishing mark of a successful deployment and how that drives outcomes?
It's boring. Like it's the boring stuff, but having clear goals and outcomes, having a clear project plan, having a clear owner on that project plan, having all the data integrations. If you need engineering resources, having that lined up. If you need HR integrations, we often get asked, can you connect to Workday? Can you connect to ADP, et cetera? Having all of that kind of clear out of the way. Security, especially when you want to do AI, it's always running through security. It's all these kind of little things around the implementation. And, we never want to say, oh, it's something that the customer have to do, but it is. Like there's some work that customers have to do if they want a successful deployment.
Yeah.
And as much as work as we put into it, and we've got 4 deployed engineers that'll go on site with you, there's only so much they can do if they don't have access to everything and they don't have like a clear point person to get unstuck when they get stuck. We just did a deployment with one of the Five9 customers. I don't know if we can share the name yet, but that happened in 4 weeks. And that happened in 4 weeks, and that's like,
Rapid,
pretty fast.
That's speed, yeah.
But it happened because all of the pre-work had gone into kind of making sure all of these prerequisites that go into connecting your WFM system are out of the way right at the very beginning.
Yeah, I love that. What's making you excited? I'm excited, as a, co-founder of, over at Assembled. Like, I'm super excited about what is making you excited about what's coming. And when you're like, what's happening over the next 2-3 years? What are you like?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited about this, or I'm wanting to dig more into this.
I think I'm most excited that when we first heard about this AI thing, right, there was a lot of fear. And rightfully so. And it's still playing out in a lot of different parts of the technology sphere. It's like, it's going to get rid of your job and you have to use it and kind of get on board like right now, and you're going to have to do more with less. How awesome does that sound, right? And, right, like every single company we were talking to, here it was really exciting. But here it was, oh my gosh, like a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And now I think what we've seen with these things like agentic workforce management or AI copilots, it's not about, or even AI agents, which are taking away just the tier 1 work, right? It's not like, let's go replace everybody. It's going to do some work, and we're going to move people up to here to do harder, higher leverage, more interesting, more strategic work, which is what everybody wants to do. And so I think you're going to see that play out over 2 to 3 years. I think the hype, it kind of had to go through the door in terms of this way. But now that we're kind of in a more realistic implementation cycle across all this technology, you're going to see people's expectations change, and you're going to see people start to benefit from AI and not just, be scared of it.
I love that. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for taking the time to interview with me. You could be anywhere, and you decided to come over here and talk to me about how partnering with Five9 is really helping to help the customer in the end game. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Until next time, go be great, and let's make impact. See you guys soon. Bye.